Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. You saw the title. Reba, all dressed up with nowhere to go. And it was requested by Sean Pilgrim 2355. So let's see what Reba's got. I don't know the song as far as I know. If you're new to the channel, I didn't grow up on country music. I started the channel about 6.5 years ago when I was reacting to and reviewing mostly Nashville country. But they tended to have a heart in it. It wasn't just like bro country. But then the folks started seeing how I liked the storylines and the depth of lyrics, how I sort of like dive into it. I mean, I was a philosophy major, so it's just my brain orientation is to try to parse things as I can. And so anyway, but I didn't grow up listening to Reba. I didn't grow up listening to Garth or George, either George or the Hanks, any of that. I was a rock dude, rock into country. That's the orientation, the nature, the origination of the channel name. I went from rock into country. Anyway, Reba's all dressed up with nowhere to go, which would suck. All standard Reba beginning.
The sign says family's welcome at the Oaks Retirement Home, but mostly no one comes except on the weekends. Ruby Wilson lives in 303, where she spends most her time, but it's almost noon on Sunday. She's been sitting in the lobby since 9. She's all dressed up in her best hat and gloves. She's all dressed up.
What she knew.
She's watching and waiting, but nobody comes. Some days sure are lonely days, when time can move so slow. When you're
This reminds me of Brett Eldridge's Raymond. And it's set in a sort of nursing home, retirement home setting. And I mean, different theme to what was going on inside each of the ladies' minds. But yeah, I mean, she was accustomed to getting dressed up and going out on weekends, but nobody came. Let's see if somebody comes at the end of the song. Let's find out. I doubt it.
As Ruby watches all the others leaving with their families, the nurse tells her it's time to come to dinner. She says she's expecting company.
Yeah.
They're just running late, but the nurse knows the truth too well. She just sighs and walks away.
Yeah.
She's all dressed up in her best hat and gloves. She's all dressed up. She's watching and waiting, but nobody comes. Some days sure are lonely days, and time can move so slow. When you're all dressed up with nowhere to go. Oh, with nowhere to go.
Yeah. The temptation in a song like that is to think, oh, well, her family's heartless and all this stuff, but her family may all be deceased. Maybe a couple decades earlier, she moved across the country and then went in a nursing home or retirement home there. You don't know the circumstances. It's just life on planet Earth is hard. You don't want to die lonely, you know? Dying alone is a little different. Some people can handle being alone. Some people prefer it. But others, she obviously wanted to be with somebody, and it's sad, you know? You see the people around you showing up for the people in the retirement home, and they're going out. Family's welcome, but she didn't have family, or at least family who cared for her, one or the other, and it's just a song of sadness. But our temptation generally is to think, oh my God, our family's so heartless. But you got to think too, maybe she was a very difficult person while she was alive. You know, not a lot, but I mean, living in the outside the retirement community while she was with family. She could have been a very mean person. And this is the reality of life too, that you kind of get out of it what you put into it. It's not an exact correlation, but there is somewhat of a correlation between your generosity of spirit and how you put things out there and how people treat you later when you're either infirm or unable to do things for yourself. It's just generally true. You know, if you're a wallflower at a party, people aren't going to come talk with you. It's just, they may try, but if you're not really talkative, it's not their fault that they're not that interested in you. So in life, I mean, sometimes these are indications that maybe you didn't live it right. And maybe it has nothing to do with that in her case. You know, we're not told the details. It's just a song made to tug at your heartstrings, and then our minds can race. But I tend to remain neutral until I know more of the details as to what the heck happened, you know? Because if way 4 decades ago, my buddies I found out didn't want to play golf with me anymore, and because I had a temper. And you know, I thought I should hit every shot perfectly, and then I'd get mad and I'd curse and bang my club and all this stuff. And these are my best friends. And one day they didn't invite me to play. And the next day I'm like, hey man, what's up? How you guys doing? What'd you do yesterday? And they said they played golf. And I was like, why didn't you invite me? And they said, you know, my buddy Craig, who I'm still best friends with to this day. And I thank him a lot. I tell him to this day, he cured me of my anger because he said, to tell you the truth, Don, we don't enjoy playing with you because you get so mad. And then I had to realize, wow, even my friends didn't want to play with me. Now I had two choices. I could be like, well, F you, or I could be like, it's me, oh Lord. And it was me. And so I just got control over it. It's not worth it. But the reason I wasn't playing golf on a given day with my buddies and nobody was coming to pick me up was because of me. So I don't read into situations till I know more. But it is sad. Loneliness for people is just sad. She's got the gloves, and she's maybe a little bit delusional, and you feel bad. But all right, I'm gonna rate this song, Sean Pilgrim. The number that popped into my head on this was an 8.7. It was just a sad song. That was it. But there wasn't a big point to it. In another context, just it was sad for this lady. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was Reba. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.